This is the psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the high goals and ambitions that I've set for myself. Welcome back to a continuation of the one combined sub-series of 5 different smaller ones into one named TKS Task Kill Spree version 6, episode probably 24C, something like that. So take a look in the title, take a look on stream. What you see is what you get. We have 3 live streams back to back, 50 minutes each, separated by a 50-minute gap. You can see actually on the bottom right hand side the titles of those 3 live streams, and we're on the 3rd one right now, which you see in the title: bacon, nachos, hazelnut. And so basically food, junk food, fast food, food porn, photographs, a bunch of stuff just to make you drool. Of course, at the very end of the live stream, we're going to also give and deliver the take-home message, so of course you can stay tuned for that. It's always important. I should make a due effort to actually put that take-home message near the beginning. 2 more things before we start into the live stream though, by the way. You can see, of course, the photographs. Like I said, we're going to cover roughly about, I think, 50 to 60 photographs of these. I'm going to run through the rationale behind purchasing them. Obviously what they mean, why did I buy them, the nutritional content, particularly the health benefits and the drawbacks, and the pricing issues, the cost, budgeting, recording, and more importantly, I'm going to actually cover before these 2 things, get rid of this photograph. And you can see an update of the previous live stream where I left off of is this office region. So take a look here. So 2 things. The first, we need to cover the office region before we get to the photographs and the food, because that's where I was in the previous live stream. You can see, I'm going to pull up a little photograph here. You can see it. This is the task list that we had, and one of these task lists, of course, has to do with the photography, which is the Wendy's and Tim Hortons, and you can take a look at the Hazelnut and all that kind of stuff. But we tried to clean up the office region, and most likely, because I don't have enough time in this stream to cover it completely, we'll have to catch up with the office region tomorrow. But basically, I cleaned up this area right here. You can take a look. I wiped it down with that paper towel right here, so that's garbage. I'm going to take this. You can see all the disgusting dust in the middle, and I'm going to move it to the side and just put it in here. So that that packaging is all for trash. Again, covered that region D1, a bunch of stuff in the previous 2 live streams, literally just about an hour ago. By the way, made a mistake. I said 15 minutes, but today I had to clean that up, so obviously it took a lot longer than I imagined. While I was off the second live stream, I had to clean that up and reorient everything. You can see now it's very nicely set up. All the water bottles are kind of like in this formation. We have all the nutritional products right here. We have the health packs. We have that, and they're all kind of neatly held together now. I don't have to worry about getting wet. The paperwork and the receipts. The receipts, most importantly, instead of being put in here, are over here. Now, I did find a jingle bells here, so we're gonna have to cover that tomorrow morning. It's just kind of something else I found on the table. But aside from that, also the nail clippers too. So some stuff that I have there, and the phone. So it's clearly not completely organized. I still have to reorient the laptop as well, but we'll get to all that tomorrow morning. Most importantly, of course, is this photograph, is all the photography of the food that we need to cover in this live stream. And I think we're just going to jump right to that. Oh, also the dishwashing detergent's up here now. So it was over there. So anyways, that's region A5 is kind of, better now. Let's get on to the main highlight of this live stream, aside from take-home message, which is all the food. So I'm going to scroll down here and bear with me for about 5 seconds as I pull up the photographs. Okay. So you see on the top right-hand side, of course, you have the Wendy's junior bacon cheeseburger, something like that. At the very bottom, you saw also this photograph of something that was a Vietnamese dessert. And I'm going to remove both of these photographs right now because they really should be maximized for greater emphasis. Okay, so you see in the corner now on the top right-hand side, everything's kind of clean there, very nice. But we have to continue that tomorrow morning. So let's get to the photographs. We have about 50 of them. We have to run through it in about 10 minutes. So why don't we just start? This is always difficult. It's a real challenge. So we start off here. It looks like Tim Hortons coffee donut shop. We have these toasted coconut donuts here. Classic donut, very cheap for $1.50 or something like that. And Yeah, I just had 3 of these. I wanted the fiber from the coconut shreds. That's mainly what it was, because I knew that I wasn't getting enough fiber yesterday, specifically because I ate so little, and also because of the food that I was eating was high in protein. And I always need to clear. I want to clear my bowels every morning, right? Just take a shit, take a dump. Not to be too formal about that. Just use the damn washroom. That's that. So I had some donuts there, and that was a treat. Yesterday, I also found that I was eating food that I should not have. And so what you see here is actually that kind of food. We have these chicken legs and stuff like that with celery and mushrooms, celery, onions. So this is home cooked food, but not by me. This is by my guardians. And typically, I've mentioned previously, there are a lot of domestic issues that have resulted in me not really wanting to use anything from them. Now you also see some greens right there. So leafy greens, we call them in Chinese it's choy. It's just that's just leafy greens. And of course, with the lid on top over there, we have the home cooked chicken with the mushrooms and so on and so forth. And I took several photographs because I document everything that again, I'm not supposed to use. And here you can see a wide screenshot that's a little further out, not a screenshot, a photograph. I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit here. You can see again the meals in close-up fashion, specifically the greens. Okay, very nice. I know in that in an English and Western supermarket, they call these like Eastern broccoli or Chinese broccoli or something like that. It's really not broccoli, but that's fine. Moving on here. Okay, so now we get to the fast food. So this is not the healthy I mentioned already. This is the packaging. You see the Tim Hortons, of course, the branding, the logo, all that kind of jazz. Before I start eating into it, and then now we get into the Tim Hortons stuff. So we have these half-eaten croissants that I'm showing halfway through. Of course, just cheese croissant, very cheap. It's a favorite of mine. I really like croissant, especially the cheese ones are very crispy on the outside. Again, not very healthy stuff because obviously croissants are very high in saturated fats and probably sodium as well. It's definitely not something that I should eat on a regular basis. It's just something that I had because I didn't bring any food. Now you see here, this shot kind of covers everything, including the receipt plus the Wendy's food. It's a good thing that it's zoomed out, so you can't really see any details, particularly with the receipt, aside from maybe the I guess the location of the plaza or something like that. But aside, you also see the chili cheese nachos and the burger from Wendy's. So let's take a look at the back of the receipt here. Of course, every time they always have a survey, promotional survey, and a little bit close up here, sandwich for your thoughts, that kind of stuff. Again, this is just running through the food that I ate yesterday. And we can see now a little bit more interesting. I was cracking a little joke yesterday when I was running through more photographs because the day before, I believe it was Thursday, I also bought Wendy's. And it was hilarious because I was saying how that face, take a look at that creepy ass face right there. And I spun it upside down and said, this reminds me of Grudge or The Ring. It's got that really creepy smile. And so I'm going to move that to the side, and now we get to the food. So this is the food porn section. This is kind of like just to make you drool and kind of stuff like that. No, not really. So we're going to cover this. They're really cheap, so you can get this for about $2.29 from Wendy's. Again, I did not have any, I should have made something to eat for dinner at work, and I didn't. So I bought this. Instead, you can see tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, patties. The main portion, again, the most important part is the cheese, and the patty itself gives me protein so that I can take my supplements, which I'll remove the photograph. Again, you can see on the side right here, region A5, all my Usana supplements, and that's basically what I needed the meals for. So turning back to the side here, we're going to draw up some half-eaten. So this looks a lot more delectable now because you can see the inside. Again, the cheese, the patty, all that kind of, it's probably not the most healthiest thing, but like I said, who gives a damn right now? I'm just trying to survive while managing a business and research, and hopefully in the future I'll manage to take care of my health properly too. In fact, I'm working on